Hi there, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be changing the air filter on the Toyota Alphard. Now, one thing you'll notice, the air filter resides in this area over here and just over here. And if you can just see that portion there, that's where the MAF sensor is stored, and that's held in by two clips. So what I'm going to do is, to make this easier, I'll take the battery out, and then what I'll do is disconnect these horns, possibly get a bit more space, and anything, just clear out the way to allow this little box to unclip. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to take this battery out, as I said, and when you're disconnecting it, remember you take the negative out first and then you're taking the positive afterward. That's to avoid a short if you accidentally connect a spanner up between the two or something like that. So we're taking the negative terminal out first and then the positive. The air filter resides in here, and it's the same air filter as you'll find in a Toyota 300 RX. So it's the same filter that it takes in there. Now, just over here, you can see these little air ducts that go into this box. Sometimes this box can fill up with oil, so you want to check that, and that would indicate a possible leaking. So can you see that little box there? This, I'll just get the... I don't know if you can actually see that. One second. This little box here can fill up with oil, and that will indicate that you've got potentially a leaking recirculation valve on the back of this camshaft head cover. Okay, let's just stop there. So what I've done is I've removed the air filter. I've removed the battery, as you can see, and removed the top of the air filter box by using these two clips that you can see there. Just unclip there, and there's another one down there, and just lifted the box out. Now, in order to do that, what I needed to do was just disconnect the MAF sensor, mass airflow sensor, which is simply press down there and pull back, and also release this. And when you're doing this, you'll notice a little slot here, and that allows you to take this air inlet tubing just right away and disconnect it, so it gains you access to this. Now, you'll notice that when you take out your old air filter, one side is dirtier than the other. So that's the clean side, this dirty side, and that's because the air is getting filtered through. But as you can see, there's some dirt on the top of this as well, but not a lot of debris in there. Quite a bit of dust in there, so I'm going to clean that up, because the air will come through here and it will pick up debris through this thing as well before it gets pushed in there. So I'm just going to clean that area up. Just use the wee hoover just to clean it out. And as I said, this thing here, this little box here, can occasionally fill up with oil, and that's an indication you may have a problem with that recirculation valve at the back. So I'm going to check that as well to make sure there's no oil in it. Hi there, and as you can see, I've got this out now, and it's pretty fairly simple to disconnect. You just got two pipes leading onto it, and you've got a little bracket as well just over there. You can move that with a 10mm socket. So what I found was, when I took this apart, that these pipes here, these hose pipes, weren't connected properly. So there's a little location tab in there and a location tab on that side as well. These ones, sorry, this side doesn't have any, so that can go into the throttle body quite easily. And as you can see the throttle body. You can gain access to it from there, and over there you can see it opening and closing. Sorry, my apologies while I get this done. And that's just been sprayed down to get some of that gunk out. Get some of that gunk out of it. So that's what I've been doing, and hopefully that'll give it a nice faster response to the acceleration. This, when you're reinserting your new air filter, there's one tab which is not rounded, and that goes to the top. So that is the one which is not rounded. Rounded, not rounded. That one goes to the top. Okay, and then your lid goes straight onto that one. So this is where your MAF sensor is located, and you can see it sitting in there, and that's where it gets its stream of air from. and that can be cleaned using a MAF sensor cleaner, but you've got to be very delicate. It's very delicate, so you don't want to damage that. And if you do, you know, always get a genuine replacement. There you go, there's the part number. Finally, I should say that the last part is to reassemble the whole thing back together, and just exactly as you did before. But do remember to connect that electrical MAF sensor cable back on, and to make sure everything is nice and tight so that there's no air leaks. Just take your time, replace it, make yourself a cup of tea, and I hope that you've enjoyed this video. And once again, please subscribe for other videos.